lefty loosey, righty tighty. Right?
Yeah.
Am I doing this?
No.
How do you do this? Hey, welcome back to Jackie's Moto Garage. So something that's inevitable if you're getting into riding and you have a motorcycle and you're actually riding it is that you're going to have to work on it. Things get worn out, especially the tires if you are John, and things will just need some maintenance here and there. So John's enlisted my help to take this wheel off. As you can see, he's worn his tire through and it's gonna need to be replaced once we find a replacement for that. So what we're going to do is we're going to load it up onto the wheel chock, we're going to jack it up, and we're going to take that wheel off. So this isn't a how-to, I'm not a mechanic, I've never worked on bikes before, and there are certain things that you're going to just want to go to a professional to work on with your bike, but today we feel like this is something that John and I can handle on our own without getting a professional. So let's get to it. I'm going to be ideally getting this bike into the wheel chock, right? That's what it's called?
Yeah.
Okay. I've never done this before. So this is my second time riding the Dyna.
So I've done this a time or two, so I'll give Jackie a few quick tips, and I did walk her through it before doing the video. You want to obviously line the bike up straight. You'll notice I have the wheel chock bumped up to this little curb. That'll prevent the wheel chock from sliding forward, otherwise it will slide forward and you may need an extra set of hands. Line the bike up straight, and you don't have to go Mach 10 when you're rolling into the wheel chock. The idea is just lining it up and rolling right into it. Good, keep going, keep going. How was that?
It wasn't that bad. No, I just let the clutch out and the bike rolled. I mean, this thing's powerful enough that it just does the work for you.
All right, there's step one.
Done. Step two, we're going to take the lift, slide it under the bike, and jack it up so that we can take the wheel off.
So yeah, with this, you want to look and make sure you're not pinching any lines or wires, cables, anything like that. I think you're good. All right, now this is where you want to watch the bike. Make sure as you start to jack it up that it's not tipping off of the track stand. And you really don't need to jack it up very high, just enough to where you can see that the back tire is barely off the ground.
This is actually pretty easy to do.
Yeah. Good. Good. Right there, you'll note. Perfect.
Cool. That was really easy.
Actually, you go a little bit higher. You'll see here, this is how the jack locks into place. You see these here, Jackie?
Okay, yeah.
So you want to go high enough to where this piece here can lock into place. A little bit higher.
That into place, or will it lock on?
It'll lock on its own.
Okay.
So you got to go a little bit higher. About one more. There you go. And then you can actually kick that lower one, and that'll lower it to where it's, see how it's locked in?
So technically this is where some people would tie down the motorcycle, but we're going to work on it like this, and if you're mad about that, you can yell at John, because this is his idea. We're getting our tools ready. So we have everything we need.
So that's a big one. You got to have the right tools for the job. It makes a world of difference. And that I do know from experience.
That motorcycle.
Yeah. So first thing you're going to do is see that little clip right there? You're just going to slide that clip off. And
Like this?
yeah, easy peasy. Set that aside somewhere where you won't lose it or forget about it. All right, next thing you're gonna do is find the right size socket for that lug nut. I think that's the one. right, so what are you doing now?
What am I doing? All right, so now we're gonna loosen the nut and remove the axle. So lefty loosey, righty tighty. Right?
Yeah.
Am I doing this?
No.
How do you do this? I like it right into placement.
All right, there you go.
Okay.
So this is where you really want to make sure that the bike is secure while you're doing this, because you're going to be, you know, kind of moving it around a little bit.
Alright, so sometimes you're going to be working on the bike by yourself, and if you can't get this going on your own, you can grab a cheater bar to help out, which is what I'm going to do. So this will give you some extra leverage. Makes it a lot easier. Alright. Probably do this about this time. Can I just go all the way around?
Yeah.
So before I get the axle out, we're gonna put something under the wheel so that it's not such a big gap. But to do that, I'm gonna back the bike up just a little bit more so we can slide the bike under.
Bam, right there. Right there, perfect.
So something to note when you're working on a bike is to make sure you pay attention to how things are set up and where they were before you started taking things apart. And now we're gonna knock the axle out. So sometimes you'll have to loosen the chain tensioner, but in our case, John thinks we're gonna be okay. It might be a good idea to get yourself some mechanics glove just because this can get pretty messy and greasy. But I've got a rag, so I'm going to be using that to pull the axle out.
And once that comes out, it's going to fall.
Okay.
All right, so axle out, kind of just let the wheel drop. Yeah, okay, it's sitting on the brick, perfect.
So I'm going to be pushing the wheel forward a little bit to get the chain off. And something that I'm going to also need to be paying attention to is all the stuff over here. We've got the brakes and stuff. It's just kind of hanging out right there. So I want to make sure that I'm paying attention so that doesn't just come crashing down.
Good, and then yeah, if you can, perfect, just like that.
Alright, so we're going to set the chain to the side.
You're gonna have those those spacers slide out. That's okay. Those are two that you want to just pay attention to how they go in. There you go.
There goes one spacer.
I can't tell.
Yeah, it's coming off.
There you go. So that just kind of balances like that.
Lose that. And there you have it. We got the wheel off. Alright, so we got the wheel out. I've got my pieces set aside so that I don't lose those, and I can put those back where they need to be once we put this back on. Get a new tire.
Was that awesome, dude?
He's squeaky. So something that you don't want happening is this brake mechanism falling off and breaking the line here. So what we're going to do is we're going to secure it to the swing arm with a zip tie. Okay, that feels pretty secure. Just kidding. Like through here?
Yeah.
Alright, a little extra security. Because John's going to need those brakes when he's doing his wheelies. Alright, so we've got it secure enough where if someone came up and bumped this, it's not going to fall off. Cool. Cool. Another pro tip coming from John is that now that you have the wheel off, that now is a great time to get a good detail on this, clean it all up, make sure it's all good to go. So as you can see, as a beginner rider who's never worked on cars or motorcycles or anything like that, this wasn't too hard. It wasn't too difficult. I had John kind of leading me, telling me what I needed to do, but really it wasn't that bad. Make sure you look up a real tutorial on how to do this, but it's doable. It's definitely doable. Alright, so make sure that you stay tuned to my channel for when we do the install once we get our new tire. That's so silly. I know. John is still looking for a new tire, so hopefully that will be soon. Make sure you like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. Have you worked on your bikes before? Was it hard? What were some of the challenges that you faced doing that? And make sure you stay tuned, and I'll catch you on the next one.